Apparently, according to my brothers, this man bun makes me look like a yaya who is stressed and needs to go back to where she lives. Anyway, hello. Hi everyone. My name is Bryce Cabrera. Welcome to the Bryce Cabs channel and on this live stream episode thing I'm calling probably tonight. The reason why it's called that is because I'm always uncertain to when if this is gonna push through or not. So I just wanted to bring it in the name. Plus I didn't want any pressure for anyone. And whenever someone asks when I'm gonna do the next one, I always say, "Well, never." And on tonight's show, and as I'm recording this, it is November. It's a little past Halloween, but it's never too late to talk about Halloween and Halloween stuff. So with that in mind, I brought on two of some really special people from Marist from my senior high days. Would you guys like to introduce yourself? But every time I start one of these, I always have them introduce them with a random fun fact. Like, example, my name is Bryce Cabrera, and I saw Harry Roque here in Boracay, and it was one of the scariest things I've seen just in time for Halloween. Anyway, would you guys, are you guys ready? These are our guests for today. We have Lea Briones and Joseph James Ongkiko. Any intros?
Hi! Okay, Lea, ikaw na muna.
What's up? I'm Lea. Ano ba? Meron akong regla today, so just a random fact. Yes.
Good to know. Damn.
You know that. Go.
Grabe, random nga, no? So, my name is Jayjay. Random fact sa akin, hindi ako naka-brief ngayon. Okay.
Thank you for your honesty.
Yeah. You know him more than I do now.
Yeah.
This is on the internet. Sana hindi nanonood yung mga YouTube gods. Baka ma-demonetize. Anyway, too late. It's live. Anything can happen.
True.
These are two people that I've met during my senior high days. JJ, I met a bit later, or did I meet you when we were part of Blue and Gold? Tama ba? Or...
We met a bit ng Blue and Gold nung partners tayo,
yeah.
pero naging inactive ka. you disappeared.
Y'all calling me out of my own live stream.
You're a ghoster. You're a ghoster.
Oh, and speaking of ghosts, hindi joke lang. Yeah, that's how I met JJ. Sorry for being inactive. However, I did help for one issue. Nagiging literary editor, and I hope, I like to believe I did my job right. And I also did an article. Si Lea naman, she was my classmate in grade 11. She was my first seatmate. Like, I'll always know her as my first seatmate, not in Boracay, because I spent most of my life here. So like, where were you sitting? You were on my right, diba? Or were you on my left? Or were you in front, above me?
Nasa right kita.
Okay. This was grade 11. We were section Rusha Gajiki, and one of the things that I remember we connected on was Riverdale, where I finished the first season recently, and I was like, oh yeah, you're Betty Cooper. And yun yung sinabi mong like spirit animal mo or something. And I remember that vividly. And I just remember being such a jerk. Sige, go on. Continue.
And manghingi ka ng 1/4. Yun yung alam kong first time na kinausap mo ko, nanghingi ka ng 1/4.
Hi, I'm Bryce. Paying 1/4.
1/4.
The ideal beginning of a friendship.
Yeah.
I remember then, like, I was such a jerk when talking about Riverdale kasi, syempre, it's really weird because in the island, like, someone who has my interests you don't meet a lot of people like that around here who, like, knows movies and shows. I remember meeting someone, and then I was like, she asked me, what are you doing at your free time? I'm like, I just go and watch Netflix. And they were like, anong Netflix? And then ako naman, like,
No!
What do I say?
Ow!
But then, I just when I moved to Manila, I remember the Riverdale conversations. Richard Gajiki, someone was asking like, "What's Riverdale?" And I was like, "It's like Archie, but more mature." Duh,
But
something na hindi
sexualized.
naman duh. But then I said it so like such a jerk. And honestly, isa yun sa mga like senior high like awkward moments na I look back and I'm like, tanga mo eh. Anyway,
You know, but
so
but to be honest, Bryce, the first season of Riverdale was actually good
it was good. It
Mm-hmm.
was good.
Yeah.
I will
as
admit I
compared
enjoyed it.
as
I
compared to the
lost
next ones.
to the rest. Yeah, I lost it nung
Pumangit yung
midway through
acting.
season 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
parang they just gave I mean, no offense. Shit, one of my dreams is to be an actor and if ever I get on that show, I'm so sorry. But I hope
Kailangan
not.
kasi, yung casting nila doon, kailangan maganda ka or like gwapo ka. As in talagang
Yeah.
like
Oo.
perfect. Kaya,
Yun yung like what carries you throughout or something, diba? Like they're thinking na like, okay, that's a cell. And then like even if we can maybe just laze off and then cast. I mean, they did cast really attractive people naman, no doubt. Uh Lily Reinhardt was a huge crush of mine nung season 1, but then I lost interest in season 2, no offense because of the writing. Uh oof, shade.
yes.
No
I'm sorry,
complaints
but
here.
I still think it's enjoyable. I still think many people have their reasons to like it. I just kind of lost track to season 2. Maybe someday I'll go back into it. But one of the speaking of TV series and ghosts, as said earlier, Ghoster, we are
UFC?
Leia has okay. Thanks guys for joining us. Today is the last episode of probably. Grabe naman. Shade. Walang
OMG,
hiya.
nasa lang tayo.
Parang something spicy.
Freshman ako. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still technically a freshman. So, bago pa ako sa whole like ghosting tradition ng UST or anything. But, whatever. Anyway, Leah has introduced me to one of my favorite Netflix original series, and it's going to be tied into our theme today, which is horror. Not horror, but horror. Ang weird. It's hard to say horror without like horror. Anyway,
Oo.
we're gonna be talking about spooky, scary stuff, anything Halloween related in this episode. And uh, hmm, damn, I just really wanted. We haven't talked about this before, no, but Haunting of Hill House is actually pretty good. Oh my gosh, the joke lang. We talked about it before we went live.
A
Ang
bit lang
plastic
naman.
naman, no?
Just a bit,
Yeah,
just a bit.
the zero people who are watching like, ugh, ang cringy mo, Bryce. But full disclosure, Haunting of Hill House is one of my favorite series ever. Probably my favorite Netflix original series, and just genuinely one of my favorite pieces of horror. Like one of my favorite pieces of scary stuff in recent like memory. So I really thank Leia for introducing me to it. She even wrote a piece on Blue and Gold, if I'm correct.
Yes, 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 yes.
I
Like
remember
that.
that so much, and then I was just parang like, huh? I remember we were pitching on stuff to review, and then that same year I reviewed Baby Driver. I still have that ano eh.
Yes.
I still have that yung yung copy of that sa place ko in Manila. Then naka-frame siya. It's there in the front door. I'm just kidding, I burned it. I'm also just kidding. I'm just kidding. I have it there and I keep it precious because that's one of my first like journalism related stuff that I did in my life. Never would I know that it became my college course. But speaking of Hill House, I'm sorry, but if you guys haven't seen it by now, I think I suggest you click away because we might get into spoilers, and I know that most people aren't like that. It's been out since maybe since 2018.
Two
Am I correct?
years.
It was
2 years
yeah,
na.
2 years ago. Oh yeah, because they had like a recent, I know, like some 2 years ago, Haunting of Hill House was released today. So thank you for recommending it to me. I highly suggest you watch it. And if you guys don't mind spoilers or if you just want to join in on the conversation, feel free to join. But I may warn you that there may be spoilers coming soon. So, they all die, di ba? Di joke lang.
Flat out,
Grabe
ganun
na.
agad, no? There might be
Flat out,
spoilers.
yeah.
There might be spoilers.
Yun agad eh.
That die? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Let me go ahead because I love this show so much. And Bly Manor just came out, and I don't think it's gonna ever match that. It's good. It's amazing too, Bly Manor, but I think Hill House just hits that phenomenal level because it's 10 episodes, and I think the first 5 episodes focuses on a different Crane sibling. It's about the Crane family,
Yeah, like each of
how
their
living in
perspectives.
this. Yeah, I love
Mm-mm.
that. I love yung idea na yan kasi like that's very, especially yung whole. Oh, so basically, the Haunting of Hill House is is without giving away too much. It's about the Crane family and how living in a certain house in their life has affected them then and has affected them now in the present. So ayun, I hope that's enough for you to stop this and go watch. For all the 0 people who are watching this live, uh, I love you
Watch
so
it.
much. Kainis. I keep throwing shade at myself because no one's throwing shade at me except you two earlier nung when you called me out for my incompetent
What?
blue and gold. Ano.
Ghoster?
Yeah,
Ghost.
A
yeah, sige.
ghoster?
I will end this call. I will end this stream. The joke lang. Um, oh my god, we're getting off topic na naman. It's okay, I don't mind. Hill House. God damn. Ano yung experience niyo watching it? Because, Leia, I want to hear from you because you were the one who's been raving about it. You posted about it in a Facebook group for like cinephiles. And I'm like, I want to hear, I don't know. How did you feel like watching it and after, I suppose, siguro?
At first, takot talaga ako. Kasi yun yung start ng pag-venture ko sa horror universe.
Or,
Because, horror. Kasi nga,
yeah, we all love that horror universe.
yeah. Kasi parang sobrang matatakotin ako growing up. And then, I remember back then na sobrang hindi ko matapos yung Conjuring because I was really scared and I can't sleep at night. Pero, nung time na lumabas yung Hill House, I've heard a lot about it. Parang maganda daw, ganyan. And I've heard na maganda yung pagkakagawa. And there's a lot of foreshadowing. And as like a film enthusiast or series enthusiast, wow, I love foreshadowing sa shows kasi I see na parang um I can see na parang it makes sense in the end and it's just very I don't know, it's just interesting for me. So, nung napad ko yung Hill House, I didn't expect anything. Hindi ako nanood ng mga, like, spoilers or whatever. So, like, ang alam ko lang, may mga ghosts behind the scenes, or like, may mga ghosts na mag-pop up. So, yun, natatakot ako all the time. Pero, in the end, parang hindi siya ganun nakakatakot. Parang na-realize mo, it's more of dramatic than scary, you know. Yun lang.
Brilliant answer, contestant number 2. So, contestant number 3.
So,
I like.
paano ba? Thank you for that wonderful question, Mr. Bryce Cabrera.
You're welcome, fellow hosts.
So, ayun, it's been 2 years na, di ba? Since The Haunting of Hill House. Yeah, so 2 years ago ko na siya napanood. Pero, sa sobrang ganda nun, kahit 2 years na, naaalala ko pa rin, no? Parang sinabi nga ni Lea, nakaka-trauma nga. Pero I think in a good way naman. Kasi syempre, ako, mahilig ako sa horror, pero takutin ako. So medyo contradicting, no? Parang, do I want to inflict pain on myself by, getting scared and shitting my pants on a daily basis, di ba? So, I watched that series knowing, fully aware na I was going to watch something scary. And the first 5 episodes, no, yung sabi nga ni Bryce, the first 5 episodes is all you need. Basically, the rest are just gonna tie everything in and ma-enlighten ka na and then malalaman mo na basically mas may deeper sense of horror siya. It was so beautifully written. Yung horror na ina-expect mo isn't actually the actual horror. Yun yung maganda sa series na to, which is why na if magkaroon ako ng time, UP baka naman, papanoorin ko siya ulit. So yun, basta sobrang ganda lang talaga nung, ano na yun. Oh, obviously, yung sumunod, which is the Haunting of Bly Manor, I haven't watched it kasi UP baka naman. I haven't watched it. Pero if magkaroon ng time, maybe I will, even if people reviewed it badly. I don't know. Have you guys watched it ba?
I did. Yeah.
What? Hindi, joke lang. Yes, I did. On JJ's behalf, I just like to say, UP, baka naman. Okay? Please?
It's still the baka naman.
Yeah. Hashtag UP baka naman. No, don't. Please don't. I don't want to be this. I don't want this to be the start of that. Anyway. Oh my gosh. I remember because the main reason that I saw it is because Leia kept I mean, not constantly. Hindi naman yung annoying na like she would like hold on to my long legs and then drag me until I watch it or something like that. But like she had word of mouth, and then I like yung kasi yung sinabi mong Leia about like it being a story about drama, or it focuses more on the human drama. Parang it's marketed as a horror thing. It draws you in as that. Pero at the end of the first episode, with that whole basta that last scene with that whole Nell and Steven scene, I was like, holy crap. So like ang nakaka-hook yung first ep for me. Pero feeling ko for other people ang boring because naman like some people are very, in terms of horror, they're very particular. They just want to be scared. They don't want to wait. They don't want to like be interested sa characters. They just want jump scares, mga creepy images, mga gore, mga ganun. And there's nothing wrong with that. And while Hill House does have some of that, it's much more about the human drama, or the how PTSD rings true from when you were a childhood, how those kind of small stuff will return to you as older. And I like that the idea of haunting, it's even present in Bly Manor. Haunting isn't ang weird yung pagkasabi ng haunting. So haunting of Bly Manor is I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that. But I like the idea that haunting is generally, it's not the traditional what you would expect of that, not like a ghost like bothering you so much. It's ultimately stuff from the past that come back, or that you remember and are extremely uncomfortable with, and these are stuff that we usually hide away or we pretend aren't there. And I think that's ultimately what is present in Hill House and Bly Manor, is that it's very much about ghosts as a metaphor. It's not necessarily about it. There are ghosts literally, but it's more focused on what they represent. Alam mo ba? Like that trauma that inflicted. Alam ko it sounds depressing, guys. Again, for the one person watching this, how are you? I hope you're okay. Leave a comment down. Anyway, this is probably my mom or dad inside. Now that's haunting. And welcome, roll credits. Hindi joke lang. Yeah, so that's that. And I really, whenever I talk about this kind of stuff, conscious na ako, like not to give away spoilers or anything. Eh. But then, I've already given the disclaimer. So,
who died?
Sino namatay? Which ones?
Sir?
Biglang YouTube will message me like, I haven't seen it yet. Oh my gosh. But, oh my god. It builds up. For the first 5 episodes, it builds up. And it's very much episodic in a way. But by the end of episode 5, and when it goes to the latter half, tama naman kayo. Yung sinabi niyo, like, it's like a book end. So, it's very, gives you some exposition, some backstory, and it does so with each character like really well. But by the end, you like see how you see the whole picture, the bigger picture, which is something I like in series. Instead of like giving it straightforward, they leave us intrigued. They leave us guessing like how, why, what is this? Why is he acting like that? Mga ganon. Who is that character? Something like that. And I'm sorry guys, I didn't bring you on here to to just talk about how much I love the show. Oh my gosh. Thank you for being my audience. Oh wait, we actually have some comments which I may read aloud. From a Mr. Ken Noriel. Nah. We have him saying hello and shout out kay Mr. Ken Noriel. Ken Noriel. Oh no, Reneses. Nawala ko sa name. I feel so bad. I'm sorry, Ken. But thank you so much for joining us. And crap, I forgot to use the banners. But later, I'm gonna catch them up on it. Thank you so much for watching us. See Cabs ICU. I think this is Elden. I mean, I hope. Oh yeah, ano, kabusas. Hey Elden, thank you so much for joining.
Hi,
And
Elden! I miss you.
miss you too, Elden. And Ken's coming back on us. Oh crap. Saying, oh no, I'm an old man. Sorry, technical difficulties. Ken is here saying he misses us all. Aww, Ken.
Tayong lahat talaga, no, Bryce?
Tayong
Tayong lahat
lahat.
talaga.
Tayong lahat. Tayong lahat. Lahat ha. Hindi lang yung isang tao dito. Not just one person that is probably
Tama.
to the right of me as you guys are watching this.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
But
tama,
I don't
tama.
know, maybe. Oh, he misses, what's the name of that character from We Bear Bears? Yun. Yes. Thank you, Ken.
Tayong lahat nga, sabi nga, oh. Tayong lahat.
that means
Hindi lang
so
si
much.
Bryce. Oh,
Hindi lang si Bryce. Oh,
Si Jayjay.
Ako
Can I
talaga.
spend the rest of the time talking about this comment? Because, oh my god. I honestly don't know who this is, Car Crash Heart, but apparently di mo daw ako kiss.
Ha?
I think
I
it was supposed to be Miss, but
yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't kiss you too eh. This is awkward.
grabe no pagka-UST talaga no, Lea. Grabe ka, Bryce. Grabe ka, Bryce.
Kainis, oh
Grabe
my
mga
god.
Tomasians. Grabe.
Stop haunting me. Stop haunting me, you know? Like Hill House and Blind Manor now streaming on Netflix. Thank you so much for saying that you don't miss me. I don't know what else to say. Pero grabe tong comment na to. I wanna have a whole live stream about this. I swear. Anyway, so speaking of like favorite Netflix movies or shows, Haunting of Hill House is obviously one of mine. And in the theme of horror, because of scary stuff, what are you guys' favorite like movies or series? Na-mention mo yung Conjuring, and I think that's a super solid one. It's like my pagka-mainstream appeal siya, but it does it so good. And I will say that is one of my favorite. Kaya we can do like one each muna. And then, yun.
Lea, mali dito. Lea. Lea.
Lea! Miss
Ano
ka
ba
daw
muna?
ulit.
Movie or series? Kasi
Yung-
series.
Damn!
Given
Whoa!
na.
Movie
Given
at series. How about magazine? De joke lang. How about movie?
Yung Conjuring.
Hindi.
Okay, so
Ano ba,
JJ.
Bastos!
Sorry.
So, ano yun, Lea?
Lea, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for cutting you off. I should stop that. People hated me for that in the last episode.
Yung favorite ko ng horror is Annabelle Creation at the moment. Pati Midsommar and Hereditary.
Yay! I am so glad you brought that up. Uh, pero, shit, I can go on and on about it. Napanood mo na ba yan, Jay? Any of those?
Nakakahiya. Hindi kasi wait lang. Wait lang. I plan to watch those movies, but through illegal means. You get me? Illegal. Unless it's on Netflix. Pero as long as it's not on Netflix, I'll be watching it illegally.
No. Okay. Biglang yung mga like FBI, gaganon sila.
Yeah, actually, yung NBI is already on their way. Nasa bahay ko.
Ang ironic nga na ganun pa yun yung background mo, tapos gaganon ka ng like illegal. Biglang mag-bust through sila dyan. There will be a hole in your like filter. And then, oh no, demonet. Anyway, I don't, whatever. Pero, in like, hopefully you get to watch it. Pero also, baka naman UP, please. Okay? I'll always be saying that from now on. Kasi, for our poor boy JJ. Anyway, Midsommar and Hereditary. God, Ari Aster. A24. Yun ang masasabi ko without like spending 30 minutes talking about it.
Actually, yun exactly, diba? A24, period.
A24. That's all you need to know. A24, horror, Ari Aster, modern masterpieces. I think Hereditary and Hill House share super similar themes in terms of like grief and tragedy. But I think Hill House does it more like beautifully. Hereditary you just really unsettled by the end of it. You're like you're either huh? Or you're just like bravo. Oscars. Academy Award.
Pag wala dyan sa dalawa yung magiging reactions ko,
yeah, you can sue me. Anyway, ikaw, Jay, what are some of your favorite horror movies or shows?
I love Conjuring kasi it was a revolution, no? It was your typical oh, grabe yung revolution. Paka-revolution. Pero it's the typical jump scares. Diba? It's a typical jump scare siya.
It is.
Magandang story. Pero it was so scary because na ano niya na as compared sa mga ibang horror movies na based on a true story, ito yung pinaka nakakatakot na based on a true story. I don't know why. And to think na si James Wan, diba? Tama ba? Was he the director? Made freaking Avengers Marvel-esque. Diba? Meron na siyang the Conjuring Cinematic Universe.
Conjuring Universe.
Yun nga eh. Annabelle, The Nun.
Curse, sorry, baka spoilers yun. But, like, I remember, basta, may isang movie, na horror movie, na super recent, na nung napanood ko, I was like, oh well, apparently mixed yung reviews, but I was like, wala akong napapanood, I'll just watch it. And then, it was tied into yung Conjuring universe. Tapos sabi ko, every horror movie na ba ngayon magiging Conjuring universe ba?
Kasi, apparently, parang mahirap na nga rin maiwasan yun kasi yung main protagonist sa movie na yun, yung is it the Warrens?
The Warrens.
Yeah, the Warrens.
Like Ed and Lorraine.
Ed and Lorraine.
Yeah.
Oo. Like, literally every paranormal activity sa buong mundo in the past, let's say, century na natin para sure na, lagi silang related doon. So, if ever you're gonna make a horror movie na based on a true story, I feel like lagi na silang related doon eh. Kaya natatie-in na siya ng basta-basta.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's true.
Naumay lang ako, I guess. Dahil they tried making it feel like Marvel na every movie is connected.
Yeah. Pero I guess hopefully sana hindi siya like relied sa nostalgia sa like Conjuring. I like yung idea ng shared universe pero hindi yung like ang weird pag horror. At least hindi ako sanay kasi like it's very I'm used for that in the MCU because it fits the MCU because MCU is very comics-ish. So it's like
Yeah.
having movies. Movies is for like mainstream people who don't have time to read comics, where they can reference this and that. But horror, I guess it doesn't click for me yet. But then I like to see where they're going. Wait, I want to know pala you guys' thoughts. Conjuring, the first Conjuring or the second one? Like, which do you think is better?
First,
First ba?
first,
Damn.
first. Kasi
Iba
ano,
yan
I
eh.
like the second one. Parang hindi ako natakot.
Honestly.
Though, ang mas nakakatakot, for me yung second one, kasi yung how it was in the true story, yung ganun talaga nangyari.
Mm-mm.
Grabe,
Tapos
doon
it
ako
Mm,
opened with
natakot.
the Amityville horror. Like,
mas
it opened
malapit.
with
Yeah.
that. Oo.
Oo, mas
Eh,
grabe yung real life events niya. Pero for me, yung impact ng first movie was bam.
it
Ganon.
was like, yun, it like, even in pop culture, yung whole, even though Annabelle wasn't the main, like, villain sa first one, yung, like, brief scene that she was in, if I'm correct, brief scene naman niya. But, like, she had her own spin-off, so, pero yung form of filmmaking talaga ng first Conjuring was super, like, shit, I feel intense. Holy crap. Kasi yung other recent horror movies, yung mga, like, other ones are going stale, like, parang may formula, parang may jump scare dito, duh, or something like that. Pero it was 2013, if I remember, The Conjuring. Tapos yung second one was 16 or something like that. I mean, in my opinion, I think, tama yung, I can't really side it, but I think Conjuring 2 did it bigger in a way, or much, it did it scarier, pero it didn't, the first Conjuring was super like, ang minimal yung jump scares, etc., di ba? But Conjuring 2 really had the whole Valak thing. And ang scary in
Mm.
Conjuring 2 kasi it's like in a village, like in a normal neighborhood. The house in the first one was kind of like away, like masyadong
Isolated
isolated.
talaga. Yeah.
Uh, yung second one was like a normal house in England, somewhere in London, I think. And then like that, mas nakaka-scary kaya yung idea na yun. Imagine mo like, and then yung just the whole setting na it's a small place, it's a smaller place, and it's like it can be your apartment, it can be wherever you're living in right now. Yun yung like, ah, dami akong likes. I'm not American. I'm just Konya. Anyway, crap.
Which is
I
why parang,
think,
ayun nga, Bryce,
yeah,
in when you look at it in a bigger scale, no, mas maraming scary factors yung second
mm,
movie. Pero
true.
dahil
Not gonna lie.
sobrang dami niyang panakot sa'yo, like the Valak thing, like how it can happen anywhere. When if you research on it and
Mhm.
what happened in real life, yung tipong people thought na it was just a prank, a hoax, ganyan, and they're just doing it for money. Ano talaga, nakakatakot siya. Pero it didn't have that same effect as it did nung sa first movie talaga.
Yeah. It
Ibang-iba.
is freaky. If you saw the second one without seeing the first, I think ma-overwhelm ka. But then for most people, they saw the first and then they saw the second one. So you're like, okay, I'm on board with the like yung producers, what they're gonna do, what James Wan is gonna do, something like that. And I just think that's really good horror, yung mga effective na horror. I think yung other ones that I would like to honorably mention, my favorite series is probably Haunting of Hill House. Movie recently, kasi you have Get Out, you have A Quiet Place, you have Hereditary, Midsommar, you have basta, you have Private Benjamin, and you have so much more that you never really like get to have that. Yung mga Private Benjamin fans are like,
Bakit nasama yung project?
in a joke lang. I think it's funny naman. It's entertaining, I guess, for what it is, and most people enjoy it naman. But yeah, yun yung mga honorable mentions ko. I can't. Blair Witch Project is a good one because I've been thinking about that recently. Paranormal Activity then was also really when it first came out. Ang funny because when you think about Paranormal Activity, it's like easy filmmaking. Ang like imagine how much money they saved and many people are just spending a couple of minutes looking at like people sleeping or waiting for a door to slam or something like that. And then I'm like, that could be something that if someone on YouTube made it before that movie did, like it would have been existent on YouTube more. Pero ang interesting lang yung whole idea. I remember I was scared ng bata ako, but then growing older, I'm like, if I want to make a horror movie and save money, siguro yun. Or, I don't know. Dami akong like, but it's okay.
Kasi growing up, Bryce, no, ang pinaka nakakatakot na is if you waste money.
True.
Yun na yung nakakatakot. Pag hindi mo na mababawi.
Legitimate, periodism, periodical.
I have no money. I have no money.
Third world
Nakakatakot
country.
tignan na yung wallet ko.
Especially in a third world country where you're like, shit, ayoko magsayang ng pera sa like corny na horror movie. Yun yung pinaka scary thing about horror movies na like I hope it's not bad kasi I paid for this crap. Especially in being in a developing country and a third world country, which I wonder if we will ever go out of that. No. Anyway,
No hope na.
yeah, slight shade. Anyway, we have a couple of more comments. I believe I'm trying to recall. I don't know who this is.
Okay.
Mga taga-US ko talaga.
Feeling
Ano ba
ko.
ginawa ni Bryce sa'yo? Sinaktan ka ba niya? Car crash heart? Grabe, no?
Please
Saan sa
PM me
Espanya
sa
yan?
Messenger so I know who you are. Kasi right now I'm freaked out. If you're not my girlfriend, then I'm freaked out. Please. Ito yung haunting ko. Haunting of Bryce Cabrera. Anyway, we have some more comments from
Baby biscuit.
Kara.
It's
Hello,
Kara.
Kara.
Hi, Kara.
Hi, Kara B!
Hello. Thank you for watching. Yeah, thank you so much. Kasi I'm really happy. I'm near the Wi-Fi router now. Pero ang ganda yung quality ni JJ at ni Lea. Like, damn. Such good audio.
Saan yung
like,
quality? Audio. Okay.
audio. You guys you guys look really good. Audio. Speaking of moving on. Crap. I want to share something that's very horror-y because something recently lang din that shinare ko ata sa classroom ng Roshiga Jiki, BRU. Or I don't remember kung grade 11 or grade 12, but then recently, or a couple of times recently, I found myself at like, sorry, grabe yung voice was getting bad. In local like fundraisers and like events in a place, near a place that when I was growing up was considered a murder house. So the theory, flashback to Bryce, Haunting of Hill House style. Ooh, never mind, not gonna do it that good. But flashback to young Bryce where he's in his classroom and many kids are pointing out the window at a house, at a like it was very mysterious man looking like a mansion. It looked like a mansion, but it was a house. Pero you can see it from like the mall, from the main area in Boracay, and from my school. So when you see that, like everyone has their own theories. My friends were like, "Oy, that's a haunted house. I remember, like because my tito lives there, and there were like dogs barking there." Which looking back, I was like so scared because I had a fear of dogs. Pero look, right now I'm like, nakatakot yung dogs barking. Imagine mo kung isang horror movie na like nagbabark ng na aso. I would God, I would shit my pants. Anyway, but then what's funny is that yung murder house na yun is actually quote unquote it actually lives up to its urban legend because I found word of mouth. I listened to someone about what happened there. Apparently there were like three foreigners who were killed by someone who just walked in or something like that. And it's super eerie because when you look, we were in an event that's a bit lower than that house, so same village and all. Pero if you look up, it's like right there, it's glooming. Parang super like Hill House vibes. It has that like scary vibes of like, shit, I don't want to go in there. I might not go out. But there was a light flick. There was a light there, and then my friend who was telling me about what actually happened said that that light immediately under it was where the housemaid was stabbed and killed. And it's intriguing because I for my entire life, especially after my 3 years in Manila, I never knew that I would be anywhere near that house. Kasi I remember even like spreading word sa like Manila, like, oh yeah, in Boracay, we had this thing. But then it wasn't as menacing as it looked from afar. But at the same time, we weren't like we were in the same property but in a different lot. So parang it's right next door. It's right above you, but you don't want to mess with it. So that's always something that's like freaked me out. I'm always curious kung like what's actually in there. Apparently no one lives there anymore or anything. But the fact that there are like fundraiser events right near it like kind of concerns me. Baka biglang may I don't know, conjuring stuff. Ugh. But any chance na horror like any horror stuff na you guys have in like any scary stories na experience niyo ano because I kind of want to know more about stuff like that. Tapos no yung answer no.
Scary story ba yung yung
Yung ano,
magkaroon ng
na-ghost?
na ghost?
Tag ko na nga yung mga UST
Oh my
ano ko.
God.
Yung mga
Oh!
Yung mag-ghost ng Libra, no?
Ay,
okay.
jokes na yun na pala.
My God.
Lea.
Wow, may ano pala. Damn. Anyway, Gagi, it would be so funny if biglang I ask like, you have any scary stories? No. Okay.
Okay, never mind.
Oh well, so much for that setup, no? Anyway. Oh my gosh. Was there, ano ba? Crap. Wala namang, alam ko may time where in Marist, we were late at night. I think it was after an event. Kasama ko si, I'm gonna call him, I'm gonna call this guy Siopaw after an inside joke.
Okay,
Kasama
alam
ko
ko
si
na kung sino to.
Siopaw.
Kilala ko to. I know
Right?
this guy.
It doesn't take a detective, no? It's not, hindi siya subtle at all. Kasama ko si Siopaw and someone who I'll call, Tisdale. I'm just gonna call Tisdale. So, kasama ko si Siopaw and
Okay.
Tisdale.
Kilala ko.
And then, and
Wait,
then
do I
we
know
were,
this?
yun, I don't know. I think they kinuwento nila. But then, it was something freaky where it was late at the senior high building. And then I was walking around. I don't remember why I'm walking around. Siguro I was looking for something. Tapos na close na yung ano. And then I remember these two people, or I could be very like I could, but I remember these two people like running out of the bathroom. They're like, "Yo, yo, yo, we saw something, made a video or something." And then I don't remember the details much from it. But if you guys are watching, please let me know. Pero nasa CR ata ng like girls or guys, which I'm kind of curious why Shoppa was in the girls' bathroom. But 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 aside from that, I remember them running out because they were recording, and then they like felt or heard something, which yung that kind of stuff like freaks me out. Yung mga like yung this that's why whenever I read the description, I like felt goosebumps on their neck or chills on their arms. Like nafe-feel ko yung because I've been in those times where you're telling stories and tapos yun yung like basta yun yung like effect. Oh gosh.
Actually,
S-
may story din ako about Maris because I've been there for
Ooh.
a very long time.
Mhm. Mhm. Leia has.
Because remember,
She's 105 years old.
after ng shift
Mhm.
ako nung junior high, so gabi kami umuwi. So,
Mhm.
nasa fourth year ako nun, and katabi namin classroom is yung first year. Tapos, we're talking about sa English subject I remember English
Mhm.
subject yun. We're talking about something about the devil, pero it's a metaphor lang sa devil. So, the next classroom, after kong magsalita, kasi nag-recite ako, the next classroom, narinig namin may sumisigaw. As in, parang sigaw na parang, narinig mo sa horror movie. So parang, Ganun, parang
Tama,
natatakot siya na parang, yun. So yun, nagulat ako. Tapos biglang may narinig ako, lahat sila nagdadasal ng Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you, blessed are you among women. Oh my God, parang ako nandun ako, parang tinatanong ko, hala, anong nangyayari dito? Parang may exorcism nangyayari. Tapos, the next thing, pag-uwi namin, nakita ko nakabukas yung ilaw, tapos ayaw nilang sarado. Sabi ko, sino magsasarado niyan? Walang magsasarado niyan. Tapos, nakita ko yung may isang first year na lumabas, para siyang hilong-hilo. The next day, I found out na para siyang na-possess daw. I'm not sure kung legit na-possess talaga, na parang may whatever, kung ano nangyari talaga dun. Kasi, I didn't bother asking na. Pero, ang weird lang, parang yun yung pinaka-close na naranasan ko sa anything scary, honestly.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
So like, sigaw talaga yung like, yung ganun?
As in, yung
Or
parang,
was it...
parang exorcism talaga na sigaw, gano'n. What the hell? This is live, Lea. This is live. Okay.
Shit.
Pero, nangyari yon sa admin building, dun sa may library, medyo doon, nando doon. Sa may pinakataas sa third floor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yung sa mga incoming Maristas, that's your new study place. Okay? Thank you. We have a couple more comments from our wow, from wow, I guess I didn't mention this guy ever in this video.
Where's the fam? Meron. Ang dami.
This guy.
Ang dami.
This guy.
Ang dami talaga, oo.
Ay, wait.
This guy.
Nakakainis kayo. Freshman pa lang ako, hoy! Hindi pa ako like kasama sa culture dyan or something.
Yun na nga, freshman ka pa lang eh.
Alright, you got me. I mean, hindi ako ng ghost. Hindi ako ng ghost dyan. Like, it's... Siguro like, when I'm too busy, I accidentally ghost someone, but never, allegedly. Next comment is, we have a fellow USC supporter, of course, Mr. Ken Ranieses. Wow. Miss talaga kaming lahat, no? Miss niya tayong lahat, no?
Love niya daw yung yellow school.
Anong kulay ng UP? Wait lang.
Yellow school.
Wait lang.
Yellow school.
Maroon school.
Lea, na-miss ko na nung face-to-face dati. Nang inaasar lang kita. Ganito lang din ako palagi.
And then, may pa si Pao na myth or something? I think that was
Actually, Bryce, pinakita sa akin ni Siopaw, disclosed information, yung video. Yung video na yun.
Ay, we?
like...
so kinenta pala talaga sa inyo. Oh.
Bryce, nandun ka rin nung kinento sa akin ni Pao.
I think I was dreaming.
Yeah, I guess.
I was trying to think of a cool name for him when I referenced him in my live stream.
You know, when he mentioned that, sabi ko na nung, di ba kasi no field trip, parang required na pumunta sa school ng, I guess, 4 a.m., 3 a.m. So, tinry ko na rin pumunta at the very same spot.
Ooh, crap.
I couldn't. I was a pussy. So, yeah.
You mean like, umaga, di ba yun? Yun yung, before you go, tama. Shit, ang scary yun. But are you guys like genuinely... Like, if someone tells you na, halimbawa, if someone in your house right now tells you, like, oh, I saw this thing in the other room, ano yung reaction nyo? Would you guys just be like, or, ano lang ba kayo?
Ako, ganun ako. Like, okay, sige.
Wow, tapang!
Naks!
Grabe.
Pag nagiging unfriended situation ko, wag.
May nangyari kasi dito, like, the same, parang, natutulog ako sa kwarto nila kuya, tapos, si kuya, parang nanaginip siya na paggising niya may tao na sa kwarto, sa may pintuan namin, tapos naka-smile sa kanya, tapos nakatingin ako, tapos natatakot na ako. So, nung sinabi niya yun sa'kin, parang like, huh? Okay.
Baka jowa mo yun, kuya.
Hindi like, girl daw. Tapos nakasmile lang, ganon.
Oh my
Ang,
gosh. Wait, sa bahay nyo ngayon?
I'm
Yun ba
not
yung
sure.
parang ganun ba yung shadow sa likod mo? Yung parang sa yellow na lights? Eh.
God is with me.
Yes,
Jesus.
you Catholic.
Jesus.
Grabe.
Maris!
Yes. Or, by the way, I have to shout this out. I don't know. Ito si Edgar Post. That's my friend. Hi.
Ooh.
Hi, Lester.
Hey, Edgar Post. Anyway. Thank you so much for watching. Oh my gosh. We're down to... Oh my God, so many people are watching based on StreamYard 1. Speaking of fears and stuff we're afraid of, has there been anything in your life na you're like scared of? Like, as in like hanggang ngayon, yung nag-haunting sa'yo?
Yeah, actually, meron for me. It's the one thing that you love, Bryce.
Oh.
It's the beach. It's the beach.
Oh,
Kala ko.
You live in Boracay. It's impossible for you to hate the beach. You love the beach.
yeah. I mean, Gagi, like, if you live here, like, sometimes it's normal na. Part na ng like routine mo. Baka sa inyo, if I say like beach tayo, biglang like, game, ano sasuotin ko? Oh my gosh, ano yung what lotion should I bring? Ako naman, I'm like, sige, nakapambahay na ako, yun na yun, pwede na yung panlabas. That's how it is for me. Yung nakakatakot sa'yo, oh my gosh.
Kasi when I was grade 5, we went to Palawan, syempre Palawan, beach hopping yan, di ba? Like, island hopping din, ganyan. Then, may beach marami. And, nung pagbaba ko sa bangka, natangay ako ng alon, ng wave. And then it was just keep on, alam mo, nagka-crash lang ako, ganyan. Hindi ako makatayo and I felt like I was gonna die, ganyan. So, may tao-tao sa beaches, so I don't like going sa beach or any big bodies of water. Ganyan, kasi I feel like, even if I'm 5'10", I feel like I can stand on anything and not drown, diba? I still feel like na baka anytime matangay lang ako ng wave and then I'm gone forever. Kaya ayoko eh. Kaya when people tell me na parang, uy, tara, beach tayo, I'm like, nah.
Ang scary kayo yung thought na yun, yung like lost at sea or something. Gagi, I can't even. And imagine ko, like, si Jayjay is actually someone who I perceive or who one would perceive as like strong and brave. Or at least, like, when I first met him, I thought, grabe naman yung ano. I thought he was brave, but then I got to know him and he's like average. The joke lang. I like how JJ is judging me right now. It's like, sige, I will leave this broadcast. But it's just so funny, just the thought na like JJ will stand up to anyone, because I know you're a very loyal person and you will stand up for your friends. So ini-imagine ko like biglang you stand up to a 6-foot Russian bodyguard, but two waves. The joke lang, I'm joking. I'm sorry.
Pass na ako pagdating sa if it's a 7-footer, kunwari si The Mountain.
As a Russian guy.
If you know that guy, si The Mountain, like, he's gonna stab me, ganun, what do you want, comrade? And I'll be like, I will punch you, ganyan. Pero if you show me a picture of a wave, no.
What do you want, Russian man? Ay, Russian man. Small Filipino man.
I don't want the beach.
Inimagine ko si Pennywise will turn into JJ's biggest fear. Tapos alon.
Magiging tubig lang siya.
Magiging tubig. And then ikaw, ako naman, I'm sorry for roasting you. But
no, it's okay.
I'm really, really sorry. There's no reason. I mean, the only reason would probably be because I'm used to it, but that's no excuse to like roast someone.
Yun
Ikaw,
nga eh.
Leia.
Kaya, like, people
Oh,
would,
sorry.
di ba, people would like to want to go to the beach, and then ako yung literally the only person na enjoy.
Nah, pass. Oh my gosh. Ikaw, Lace, any fears? Fear of being broken.
Actually,
Hindi, joke lang. Leia,
let's not start there.
Tignan mo, Lea,
you,
bumabawi na siya after we called him a ghoster sa UST. Bawi na siya ng bawi, oh. Okay, I get it. You're the host. Okay.
I'm sorry.
What the hell,
Oh my
Bryce?
God. I'm so
But
sorry. I'm so
anyway,
sorry.
what, ang dami kong kinakatakutan sa buhay dati. Dati, like, takot ako sa horror movies, takot ako sa multo, takot ako sa Bloody Mary, tapos takot ako sa sa ETs, takot din ako sa dilim. And, ang dami kong kinakatakutan. And
Ang laking
takot
gap
din ako
yung Bloody Mary and Ipis, ha?
and
Fun.
takot
I'm
ako
sorry.
sa, um, public speaking. Diba? Remember that,
Mm,
Bryce? Grade
yeah, you
11.
told me about that. Super.
Takot
I
ako sa
remember
public
that.
speaking. And then, unti-unti, as years go by, parang natuto na akong i-conquer yung fear na yun. Ngayon, I can sleep without any lights on. I can kill ipis na. Ganon. Tapos ngayon, I can speak. Kasi, makapal na mukha ko ngayon. Yeah. Pero ngayon, parang iniisip ko kung ano ba talaga yung kinakatakutan ko. Right now, I'm just really scared of disappointing myself and disappointing everyone. Yun lang.
That's true. That's how you know you've like grown up, where you grow out of the like fear of the unknown, but then you
Mhm.
start to fear what you know, or like what you like are afraid other people will know. Yung mga ganun.
Yeah.
Damn, hashtag ang deep.
So mature. Oh my God. Is this
Ang
me?
mature. Oh my God, mature
Is
audiences
this
pala
me?
tong podcast na
Oh my
to.
God.
Leia? Oh my, 10 years na ba? Hindi ba?
But really, nakakatakutan ko talaga is pumagsak sa subject. Ganon.
Mhm.
Mapahiya sa classroom minsan. Pag ganyan, like, mapahiya ng teacher. Ganon. Yun.
I understand, yeah.
Mhm.
Wait lang. Oh no, Pau didn't what do you call this? I'm not be able to see I can't see his comments StreamYard, but he sent me a message to Messenger, and I'm gonna read it out loud. Uh
Go.
Sabi niya, gago, I remember that shit, biglang bumakas, bigla stall ng
Bukas?
CR. Bumukas yung isang stall ng CR kasi Ash told me there's this Japanese myth na if you call out her name, some ghost. So Ash called her and the stall opened. And yes, now I remember. Gagi, that is so, ang freaky kaya yan, yung just, I don't know, that stuff freaks me out. It freaks me out, it makes me uncomfortable, but not to like, hindi yung like cartoonish na characters on screen. It just like makes me really uncomfortable. Yun ba yung video na ata na pinakita kay JJ, if I'm correct?
Anong
Uh,
Japanese myth?
Yeah.
Anong Japanese myth?
Do you know? Ano yung Japanese?
Kasi ang daming Japanese myth na
That is true.
like, tatawagin mo lang yung pangalan, tapos yung mangyayari. And bakit
Yeah.
mo tinawag yung pangalan? Bakit? Sino ang nag-isip nun?
Tapos
Sino?
malay mo, super maraming Japanese myths to the point where I mean, I might have said it in this whole live stream, and then I might have summoned something because it's really broad. Imagine if one of your Japanese myths is if you say the word Carl from Phineas and Ferb will appear behind you. So parang like, I don't know, I said Carl right now. So I don't know. That's one of the interesting things
Parang
because it's
Voldemort.
ultimately what?
Parang Voldemort, no?
Oh yeah, it's like he who should not be named. Oh my gosh. Now speaking of what do you call this? Speaking of comments, we have Hello from Mira.
Bye, Mira!
Hey, Mira.
I
Shout
miss
Shout
you.
out.
out po.
Thank
Shout
you,
out
Mir.
sa ano, shout out sa kapatid na nagsulat ng mabagal. Yeah!
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And we have another one from ano. Kayo, you
Takot
guys
ba sa
wanna answer this?
Libra? Libra?
Grabe ang
Ba!
tricky.
Aba. Yan ka na naman. You're
Fast
dragging
talking
my
Libra.
zodiac sign into this, ah. Okay, I'll be honest, no? Hindi mo na ako takot sa commitment, no? Hindi naman.
Mm.
Kasi, okay, backstory tayo. May nangyari, di ba? Okay, na hindi natin inaasahan na mangyari. So, those certain things led to, me being scared of it kasi what if it happens again with another person, di ba? Ganyan. So, nakakatakot lang. Pero in a way na, hindi naman ako takot na maghanap ng love. It's just that, andun yung fear na what if this person tries to hurt me as my ex did, ganon. Pero, alam yun, willing naman ako labanan yung takot na yun. And,
Yeah. Baka
Yeah.
naman UP. Eh, sorry.
UP,
Sorry.
baka naman!
It's on brand naman, but
Oh my God.
crap. Grabe ka pa. Tanggalin ko na tong comment na to. Nakaka-haunt. Uh, another comment from Lea, from Mira, I think JJ will get this. I don't
May new
get this.
song. Oh, may new song yung kapatid mo.
Oh, yeah.
Time to stalk.
Time to stalk. Hehehe. Anywho. All right. So I feel like we can wrap things up na by now. Is that okay with you guys? May gusto nyo bang i-add na anything?
Lea?
Live to Lea. No pressure. No pressure. It's not like naka-public to. It's not like
Hindi naman.
that.
Live to eh. No?
It's not like this is trending on YouTube right now.
Oh, it's not like we have
Ouch, that hurts.
6,000.
Watching. It's so awkward. I'm awkward. I'm sorry.
It's all right. That's really haunting. Anyway, these are the banners that I wasn't able to use now. Let me know if I should keep them in on the next time because apparently I forgot about them. That was supposed to be read as probably tonight or something. Pero well, syempre. Gagi, now that I read it, ang stupid.
Probably tonight.
Ooh.
Or anything but scary guess.
Dapat yun yung intro ko. I feel so bad. I'm gonna use this next time. Or anything but scary guests. Gusto ko ipalit. Hindi, joke lang. And we were gonna get to this. And to wrap things up, I would like to talk about this. So we are currently I don't know, I like having these Aaron Sorkin's type things at the end, but we're currently we're nearing the end of 2020. Many scary stuff has happened, but I would just like to maybe encourage people to talk more about and to maybe open up about stuff that have bothered them, disturbed them, made them unsettling. This doesn't necessarily have to be jump scary stuff, but the sooner you have that conversation, the closer we are to healing, to climbing that staircase of healing. And I just wanted to plug that in. It was just a quick message as to why I felt like talking about horror stuff, although it wasn't as traumatic as these two bashing on me for being a ghoster in UST. It's still really I think it's important to talk about what you fear, because ultimately the more you talk about it, the more that fear will dissipate. As of right now, Leia's fears have greatly evolved. So have mine. So have JJ, from dogs to being scared of nothing, and Grabe naman ang hypocritical naman. Hindi ko naman from being scared of dogs, from being scared to not succeeding in life, etc. We've all changed that in many ways. So before we kind of wrap this up, to anyone, if anyone's watching the US, please vote right. I know you guys know what to do. And for us in the Philippines, 2022, we need to
Register,
remember register to vote.
Register
register.
and
And
vote.
crap, I forgot. I need to remember the voting day of the Philippines. Let me look it up. Uh,
Next year,
voting.
mag-end yung registration for the election. Yeah.
Mhm. Ay crap. Tama ba? February 22, 2020. I'm so sorry. I can't really get this now, but remember 2022, let's go Filipino people. Let's vote and let's register now because as Leah said, um it'll be what did you say? I'm so sorry. I'm such a bad host. But as you say, you just need to register as soon as you can because by next year tapos na, 'di ba? So you
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
ano. Okay. And that is all for today's show. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Leah. Thank you, JJ. Do you guys want to plug anything? Please, I know you guys have stuff to plug. Mag-plug na kayo. Wag kayong mahiya. Mag-mute
Oh,
na ako
Leia.
ah. Y'all better.
Hey, yo, IG, Instagram at Lea Brio, LEABRIO. Yes. And YouTube, Lea Briones. Yes, let's get to 300 subscribers, yo. Yeah.
Let's
Go,
go.
JJ.
Subscribe to
Break it
Leah.
down, yo. Break it
Break it down,
down.
yo. Subscribe, yo.
So, sa, sa akin naman, all of my social media handles are J squared. So, instead of a letter S, it's a letter Z. So, J Z squared, no? And
Ah,
then I have,
JJ.
yes.
Ah. Oh my god.
Oh.
Haunting of Hill House streaming now on Netflix.
And then no, I have my podcast on Spotify. It's called Just Ask Why. So I talk about politics or entertainment or personal shit, no, na people want to hear like a sense of, reassurance ganon.
Mhm.
So
That's
Just
true.
Ask
That's
Why.
true.
Nasa bio ko yun sa Facebook and Twitter. Yeah.
Yon,
So,
follow these beautiful and totally not scary people on their social media and please support everything else they have coming on. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining. I am glad we are wrapping this up shorter than usual because I'm trying to aim for shorter episodes, but I'm really happy. I had fun this episode. They had fun, I hope.
Yeah.
Hindi, joke lang. I'm joking. And thank you guys for watching, for making it all the way to the 1 hour and 7 mark. You guys are great, and I hope you guys can overcome your fears and move on to do greater and better stuff. It's the end of the
yeah, move
year,
on.
so yeah. And register to vote. All right. I need to think of an outro, no?
May
All right.
atake, no? May atake.
Yun nga eh, biglang ano, no?
Parang iba na, parang hindi na multo eh.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.